everyone, and welcome to the Nintendo Pipeline Podcast. I'm your host for today, Mina, and joining me today we got.
Hi, I'm Jared, also known as One Up Muffin.
Hello, I'm Clay. I'm CMM. I'm here.
I'm Noise. I'm Noise.
And we have special guest Noise.
I was waiting.
No,
Okay,
Noise.
Yeah,
I wasn't
sorry,
sure if someone was going to introduce me.
No, I forgot. It's been a while
I'm
since
still
we've had a
Noise.
guest.
Yeah.
Regardless, we got Noise here.
Hi.
Hi. We're here to talk about a double feature. Believe it or not, two things to talk about. We
Two
have an
whole
Indie
things.
World and a Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase that aired back to back. 40 minutes of runtime, 42 or something like that. And yeah, we're going to talk about those two presentations. Starting with the Indie World.
Yeah.
I guess first of all, what are your overall thoughts? Kind of, how did you feel about the whole presentation? You know?
Indie World specifically, or the double?
Yeah, Indie World. Let's say Indie World.
Oh, okay. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
I tend to like Indie World a lot. I did actually, looking back on what they showed, I actually liked a lot more here than I remembered. So it was pretty solid for me.
Okay, cool.
It has Pizza Tower. It has Peglin. It has some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was mid.
Wow.
See,
Wow.
wow, because I thought it was one of the better Indie Worlds as of recent. To be honest, I feel like the last couple Indie Worlds haven't been my vibe, but this one was like, well, I don't know. There was more than a handful of things that I thought I could see myself playing that.
No, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Some of it was just on the computer already, but no, it was a pretty good Indie Direct. I wouldn't actually say it was mid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So let's start with the closer, shall we? Let's get a little wonky with this.
Yeah.
So the big one more thing was Pizza Tower, which
Finally.
after almost 2 years, I believe that game came out in January 2023, if I recall correctly.
Oh wow.
Almost 2 years later, it's finally hit the Switch. I know people have been begging for a Switch port of this one.
Yeah.
And they denied it for so long too. The devs were like, nope, it's not happening. Don't think about it. Just play the damn game.
Which is the best move, by the way.
Yeah. But it eventually did happen. It's here now. It came out today, in fact.
Yeah, Shadow
Isn't that
Drop.
something? Shadow Drop. What do we think? Pizza Tower. Are we excited?
I played it on PC. It's a great game. I haven't played too much of it, but I really like the levels I played, and I think any fan of Wario, like Wario Land, especially 4, will very much enjoy it. It's very much that style, very weird,
I'd say
very
honestly,
silly game.
Sonic is more. It reminds me more of Sonic. It's like Wario, but it's. Can I swear? I forget. Do you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Nintendo?
It's so fucking greasy.
As long as the regular.
It's messy. It's greasy, but like in a good way. Like just the flow state of everything. It really reminds me of classic Sonic and how it rewards you playing it over and over to get the best time and feel like the fastest, greasiest Italian there is.
True.
And it achieves that. It's great.
Yeah, I'm not fast, but I am a greasy Italian.
I love the characters and designs so much in Pizza Tower.
Pizza World.
Pizza, basically. There's the character name.
That's not the name for the sequel.
My favorite character is Stupid Rat, and you can buy a plushie of them, and it's one of the best plushies ever made. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get this on Switch. I have it on PC, but I never got around to it. I'm just more likely to play games on my Switch. Sorry, I'm an incel. But I'm a little afraid of this game though. Because I feel like I can see myself getting obsessed with the P ranks in this game.
Yeah.
Which is the highest rank you can get. I find myself I'm the kind of person who like I just really like in the highest rank in the game, like in an action game, I try to get pure platinum or whatever, you know. I often fail, don't get me wrong. I'm not good at it trying to get those, but I do try.
I probably will not. I've seen how insane the P rank stuff is. I will probably not do that, and I will be okay with it. But I do. I am really looking forward to finally playing this one. I've been waiting for it to come to Switch for a while now, and yeah,
It's a good place
thrilled.
for it.
It's a great game.
What's the closer?
I'm excited to get back to it. Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah, it was a good closer. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's gonna be Silk Song." Ha 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 ha
Why?
Spoilers, it didn't show up in the partner showcase either.
ha.
Um,
You will,
uh,
you will suffer every time you ask for Silk Song. It gets pushed back another month.
yeah, no kidding.
Can I bring up a weird one that I liked?
Yeah, sure.
I a lot of the stuff was like ports or some ports and DLC, but like the one new game that stuck out to me the most was the Morsels one. Do you guys
Yeah,
remember?
that seems to be sticking with a lot of people. So it's published by
Yeah.
Annapurna, right?
Yep.
Which is cool. They tend to have a pretty good eye for things. In my experience.
It looks like
But
a fun like Binding of Isaac style like top down shooter, but with a very nice crunchy pixel style and like some like like CRT-ish filters, like those like blurry filter vision, but it looks really and it's a nice style. Good
yeah,
I
designs.
like how you can play as a pink poop emoji. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I
it's
like
a
the
little too grody
transformation.
for me. I'm not,
Yeah.
but
Oh, I love Grody.
I
but
don't usually like Grody, but I'm kind of like in the like it looks cool enough I can make an exception
yeah, it definitely
category.
the pixel art is very nice. I gotta say, the pixel art is very nice in this game. It has a cool visual style. Like you said, the filters and stuff make it look cool. And yeah, it's a roguelike, right? So that's
Yeah.
always fun.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like the
Um,
one thing I'm like, okay, like
Yeah, I'm a
we'll
little when I
see.
heard the word roguelike, I was definitely like, oh, another one of those. But it looks like a good one of those.
Yeah,
mhm.
I'm a little rogued out.
I am very rogued out. But I like the designs of this, so it's something I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on.
Do
I
we
say
have any
as
Coffee Talk fans in the chat tonight?
You know, I've always been intrigued by Coffee Talk. Um, I hear good things. It sounds good. Um, I've always wanted them, and now it's in Tokyo, so now I'm plugging.
Oh yeah,
Coffee Talk, well, whatever. Coffee Talk Japan. Now we're
exactly. Now
talking.
we're
True.
talking.
I hear really good things, but I've never actually tried one, so like I kind of have no thoughts on it. I would like to give it a go, but one of them might be on Game Pass still. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've never
People
been
like them. There's like two of them so far.
So
definitely
I
not my thing, but it looks very solid.
I haven't played it myself. I was just curious. So it sounds like no
Hmm.
Coffee Talk fans in the chat.
Yeah.
Not yet, but who
I
knows?
said
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by
All
it.
right, so confirmed hater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we since I just said I'm rogueliked out, can we talk
Yeah.
about Peglin, which is also a roguelike?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize Peglin was a roguelike. That's
Yeah,
So,
it's roguelike
I have
Peggle.
mixed. I haven't played it. I have mixed feelings. It's frustrating to me how awesome Peggle is. It's kind of annoying to me that the only kind of indie Peggle we've seen is roguelike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was kind of I mean, I'm not. I don't want to sound picky. I was kind of hoping for more, not hyphen pickle, or not pickle, Peggle. Just into something a little more, not roguelike, I guess. I don't want to sound. I'm hopeful it's good. I am hoping it's good.
A friend of mine so it's been on PC for a while, and a friend of mine is like obsessed with it. So I naturally immediately thought of him when they showed it today. But it looks really fun.
Yeah, it
Again,
does look
that's
nice.
another one where I can
Yeah.
deal with the roguelike because I love Peggle that much.
Mhm.
It's like,
Understandable.
but I thought it looked really. I mean, it's definitely. I don't know if there's any other. Like, are there any other Peggle?
There is another Peggle roguelike.
Is there really? Okay.
Yes, I
That's
forget what the
crazy.
name of it, but there is another Peggle roguelike. Because I think it was on Apple Arcade.
Oh, okay.
Apple Arcade. It is called
called not Peggle.
It's called Round Guard.
Oh, that game.
See.
I've had that on my wish list for a while.
Maybe it's that's another roguelike.
Okay.
Another roguelike Peggle game.
God.
So take your pick.
Well, yeah.
You know, I actually bought a game that they showed off today.
Ooh, which one?
Pico Park 2.
Yes.
Oh, cool. I wanted to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a cute little puzzle platformer game, and it reminded me of Box Boy a little bit.
Yep.
But it's all about co-op, 2 to 8 players, local or online. You kind of work together in this puzzle platformer to get through the end of the level, right? Sounds simple enough. So it looks like very frustrating. Looks like very like you're gonna rip your hair off trying to get your friends to do the right thing, right? That's always a fun time to me.
Yes, you do.
As you do. Just trying to work together to get through these levels. It just seems like a lot of fun. And it's actually I was surprised. So it's only on Switch right now. It's coming to PC next month.
Yep.
It is crossplay though, so like that's cool. It's crossplay. Cool. I think up to like on the Switch, if you play it online, you can play locally. Like up to 7 people can be on one system online with an 8th player.
Oh God.
So, which is a weird setup, right?
Yeah, that is an
cool
insane
option.
setup.
It's gonna be nice for me and my wife. We can hop online with our friends. We just need one copy of the game, right?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. I'm excited to play it because I love games like Box Boy. I really like puzzle platformer kind of games. So
I had a few friends really liked the first Pico Park. So
I had never even heard of it before today, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I've heard of the first one. I had it on like my wish list, but I never actually got around to it.
I think I own it. It was one of those discount to $1, so it makes it to the top of the top chartings.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
I think that's how I have it.
It's actually a good one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm actually gonna play. I made plans to play this Thursday, so that'd be fun. One thing that I thought was really funny was the Balatro expansion.
Yeah.
So it's free. It's a free update, right? And it's crossovers. The theme is crossovers.
Yeah.
And
who is Jimbo?
I don't know who Jimbo is. It's called Balatro, the Friends of Jimbo, right?
Yeah.
I would love to know who this Jimbo is.
Yeah, is it a Balatro thing? Like I played a lot of Balatro and I don't remember a Jimbo.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimbo is a talking joker that introduces the game. And narrates the story. There you go.
There we go. So it's crossing over with The Witcher 3, Vampire Survivors, Dave the Diver, and Among Us.
It's the most random set of.
It's very random. And what I learned is it's only cosmetic stuff. So there's no gameplay changes. It's just
yeah.
No. Actually, there is gameplay changes. There is yes, because for example, there is an imposter card. When you play the Among Us set, and I don't remember what it does, but it does something. Yeah, they actually they take elements from the games that they're based off of, and kind of implement them into the game. So it's more than you thought.
Cool. Yeah, so it's like card packs, but they actually matter, and it's free.
And it's free.
I want to just say, I really want to see more of the date everything.
I was so I don't want to see this. I hate this.
Yeah.
I hate everything about it. I'm
sorry to be a hater for me. Yeah.
It's so. I don't know. It's just it's pretty outrageous.
It's very silly for sure, and I see the appeal. It's just it's a very outrageous concept.
100 voiced characters. I mean, is impressive, even if each path is pretty simple.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great game to buy $5 on sale 2 years from now.
Or watch a Let's Play of.
Yeah. It's my kind of stupid, but also no.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really like dating sims and stuff that much. So like the chance of me actually playing it is pretty slim.
I
But
think
I
it's
thought it was interesting.
interesting. I think it's interesting that you could date a couch, so you could be like the vice presidential
Oh
candidate.
my god.
So, I'm
I
sorry.
do like that. I'm now interested.
Yeah. We're all buying this day one now to date
Day
the
one.
couch.
Never.
Nothing. Oh, yeah.
I
didn't
like
By
Greece a lot.
Greece, right?
I didn't play Greece.
Oh, you didn't play Greece? It's
No.
very short.
Yeah.
It's very sweet. But it made an impact on me, to be honest. It was like wow, this is really cool. So I'm excited for the next game. Artistically they're great, right? Greece and
Yeah.
this both are just like beautiful, beautiful games. And so just from that draw alone, right? It's like okay, yeah, I definitely want to play this.
mean, it
I'm sure
looks
it'll have a
beautiful.
heart-wrenching story.
Yeah. Hopefully something dies and then we can cry about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's due in October, so that's fun.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Just in time for spooky season, which I don't think it's spooky, but
The masked tree thing looked pretty. No, I wouldn't say scary,
Yeah.
but it looked a little spooky. It fit the vibe.
yeah, I mean it looks striking, of course. Not probably not going to be my kind of thing, but I'm glad that it's coming for people who liked Greece and enjoy other style games like that.
You'd be such a hater.
Do people want to guess how many of the games that were shown were roguelikes?
How many?
7.
5. Three that are described as roguelikes, and 2 that are described as roguelites.
Mm.
Which to this day I don't know the difference. Don't tell me. I don't care.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
I was about to.
I'm sorry,
Happily.
guys. Any other stragglers you'd like to talk about in the indie world?
Shrek DLC.
Shrek DLC?
Hell yeah.
Correct.
Power
Yeah.
Wash? Absolutely. I'm not gonna. Yeah,
Oh my god, Power Washing Simulator looks so ugly on the Switch.
Yeah, it looks bad.
Like
Honestly.
it looks
really
looks
so
bad.
Oh
crunchy.
god. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend any Switch owners here.
The footage they showed was rough.
There is one straggler, I guess.
Okay.
I thought Europa looked kind of interesting. I think they've shown it.
I think I might have played the
Yes.
demo for that.
Oh, I guess there's a Switch demo now. I might try it. But it's like you fly around a lot, and I'm a sucker for flying around a lot.
Which game was this?
Europa.
Europa?
It was in the sizzle reel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the sizzle reel. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
It looks cool. It looks kind of like
Oh, there's a
Ghibli-esque.
demo available now.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
It's
try that.
pretty. It's like an exploration game. You float around and collect Orby stuff.
It does look. There's gliding. It looks a little Breath of the Wildy here.
Yeah.
No need to sound so diminutive, but
Europe of the Wild.
Oh, can I talk about one more thing actually that was in the sizzle reel?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is the point of Shovel Knight Shovel of Hope DX? Does
I have
anyone?
no
I
idea.
was gonna ask, but I didn't
So-
want to upset.
It looks like a
CMM.
nothing.
Yeah,
I love Shovel Knight. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love Shovel Knight, but
Yeah.
I don't see the point of it. Like, I would rather, if I'm gonna go back to Shovel Knight, I'd rather play one of the expansions I never played yet. Like, I
I
never
think-
played Spectre Torment or King of Cards. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
really
the
interested in
anniversary
going.
edition.
Yeah, I think the idea is that it's kind of like a celebration of the original.
Kind of doesn't
kinda
fucking
cool
work
stuff,
when you've
like-
spent 7 out of the 10 years,
Yeah,
fulfilling Kickstarter
celebrating it.
goals.
It
Yeah,
has online co-op.
yeah,
I guess
I do
that's
like-
new. You can
I
choose
do
20
like-
characters.
yeah.
That's
I do.
Wasn't
I
the
do-
co-op in the Wii U version?
The
Was it
what? Co-op
co-op?
was in. Yeah, it
But
was
now-
a Wii
now
U
it's
exclusive.
online.
You took to the
Yeah.
amiibo. It was
The,
exclusive. You had to like.
I
you
bought
had
that
to,
amiibo. I'm allowed to be a hater.
Yeah, the what do you call it? I actually really the thing that I like the most about it, besides some of the silly stuff is that they actually bothered to like make a pseudo stereoscopic 3D
Yeah.
thing, and
I thought that was really funny. Yeah.
Wait, what?
and they bothered to it's like because they're basically
Like they-
trying to take all the exclusive stuff that was like in each version of the game and kind of put them together. So for the 3DS, they have like a pseudo 3D thing where like the background like and stuff like moves while you're
that's very
walking
cute.
to
I like that.
and they also have the Street Pass thing that the 3DS had as well, like the Street
Ooh.
Pass Arena thing.
It just sucks that like this DX version only has the base Shovel Knight game and none of the other.
I get
I
it.
mean,
But
I don't
also,
know. I think the idea is just like the original campaign, which I don't know. It's kind of a
Yuka
nothing
Replay
burger.
League kind of deal, which apparently because I thought that was confusing too. Yuka Replay League. But apparently, what's the developer called? Platonic.
Yeah.
What Platonic had said was basically we're kind of training our younger staff with kind of redoing this game. It's kind of like using it as an onboarding process for newer and younger staff, which I thought there's some merit to that. I think.
I can't
Right?
see
I also think
Shovel
like
Knight DX though.
Ukulele needed more improvements from what I hear than
Yeah, Shovel of Hope
did.
is just a great game
Yeah.
already. So it didn't really need like. This is just a bunch of extra features, basically. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
It is a strange release.
The big question mark right now is how they're going to handle. They haven't said yet how they're going to handle. You know how each console had like exclusive fights, like Battletoads were on Xbox and Kratos was on PlayStation.
Did Nintendo ever get any like?
No, the thing the Nintendo thing was basically the custom night, which with the amiibo, which is also in this. And if you haven't tried custom night, to anyone listening, you should definitely try it because it's insane.
I vaguely recall the Shovel Knight dev saying if they were to add a special fight, it was going to be with Tingle, which I'm still kind of bitter. We never got.
That would be funny.
There's a furry life sim. On Your Tail. I didn't even see this one in the video.
I was like, wait a minute, that's not in Shovel Knight.
No, there's nothing else I want to talk about in the.
Okay, so I think that wraps up the indie world. Let's move on to the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. Real quick thoughts before, overall, before we get into the nitty gritty.
I think Noise and I are gonna agree on the partner showcase.
We're both really excited for Stalker. I know CMM's a huge
yes,
fan.
yeah, definitely.
So excited for Worms. We're just we're all in for Worms, right?
I like once again Capcom made me happy.
I feel gluttonous with how much good shit there is for fighting games this year. It's insane.
So let's get into it. Let's start with that one, shall we?
Yeah,
Capcom Fighting Collection 2, coming with 8 games. I'm not going to name them all, but it includes the Capcom vs. SNK games, Power Stone games, the Rival School sequel that I forgot the name, Project Justice, I think?
Project Justice.
Yeah, and a couple others.
Plasma
very
Sword
cool collection.
The website's really cool if you haven't seen it. Check out the Capcom
Oh, wow,
website.
this website's sick.
Yeah, the website goes into detail about the characters and some of the changes from the original versions. For this one, it's mostly that like bosses and hidden characters are available to use. You can like turn them on in the extras menu. For Capcom versus SNK 2, it's particularly interesting because they have the original arcade version and they have the EO revision available, which is not something that they usually do.
Now, EO, that was the console version?
I don't totally. All I know is that it kind of like basically it kind of nerfs some stuff. And what's interesting? Upper was a Japan previously Japan exclusive arcade revision, which also shares the name of the Game Boy Advance port, which is why I was so confused this morning.
Same, very much same.
But the thing with these is that they have that. What's cool about the website is they actually like list the ROMs that they are including, like the arcade versions. And yeah, you have English and Japanese for all of these. And yeah, we got Naomi ports, which I'm super stoked about. Power Stone and Plasma Sword and Project Justice.
I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah.
I'm not too emotionally invested in this era. I mean, I'm a relatively new fan, relatively speaking, but the fact that they brought back Project Justice, they brought back Fighting Evolution. They brought back Fighting Evolution, which to those who don't know is the sprite rip PS2 game that kind of killed their fighting games, I guess.
I was so stoked to see that game because I've wanted to play that train wreck for so long. And it's here, baby.
The highlights for me are definitely the Capcom vs SNK and Power Stone, but I want to play all these games.
Yeah, I was not expecting Capcom versus SNK 1 and 2 to show up
I was not
as soon as they did.
I expected CVS to show up at some point.
Yeah.
Same.
Because,
like they just put out SNK Chaos.
Yeah, but they just put out SNK versus Capcom, whatever it's called. And then and plus Terry in Street Fighter 6, right? Terry and Mai. So I just felt like this was coming, but not so soon for sure.
Yeah.
But
I do feel bad that
collection.
Kyo's not on the cover. There's Kyo erasure going on in SMK. That
it's
fucked up.
It's real. It's real. It's a real
fucked
shame.
up.
Yeah. I was stoked to see this, and I was also very funny to see Maximilian Dude's reaction. Just that guy.
Yeah,
it's so cool to announce a fighting collection while they still have like the Marvel vs. Capcom. Like they're really all in on fighting games right
Seriously.
now. It's great to see.
Speaking of, that got a release date for next month, like weeks from now.
Next month? What? I thought it was November something.
So
no,
digital
the physical
is September.
release is November, but the digital release is September 12th.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The other thing is that website got stealth updated today, and it shows that the I forget his name, the Japanese celebrity guy Norimaro, there we go, is actually included, which everyone thought he was going to get cut.
Cool.
So they updated with more hidden characters and stuff. But I mean, the thing that's nice about these, like Capcom Fighting Collection before it, and even building off the Street Fighter 30th says, they all kind of like share that universal structure with tons of museum content, music player, you get your training modes, you have your rollback, you have the international and Japan like it's just there's such solid packages.
They're really good. Yeah. I've been playing the beat 'em up collection recently, and it's just they're really good packs. Everything actually after Street Fighter 30th, that one's a little rough.
Yeah.
Mostly say it's rough because it doesn't work great on Steam Deck, but
yeah. But yeah, they kind of brought them. Yeah, but like they're just like killing it in terms of like honoring their their legacy titles. I mean, even obviously like this time the focus is Fighting Collection 2 and Marcap, but like even throughout this generation they've been doing like the the Mega Man collections, like the Battle Network collection and like other stuff. So like I'm thrilled with that. I think I have to kind of wonder what Fighting Collection 3 will look like if we're going to continue in this direction.
Hopefully with this PS1 era.
Other rival schools would be cool.
Yeah, rival schools not being in this is kind of weird. But
I wonder why.
They only went with did not. It's all the Naomi.
It's all the
arcade?
Naomi.
So it's only the Dreamcast D ones, not the PS1 era. I think. I could be wrong.
I could be.
I love Project Justice. I went on a Fightcade deep dive a couple years ago, and Project Justice was by far like my favorite game that I just came across.
And Plasma Sword is really cool too. I've had that
I have
for a
not
while.
tried. I am really looking forward to that.
It's neat. Like it's just this to me, for me, the Fighting Collection 2 was like the announcement of this whole thing. Just kind of like the Marcap one was last time.
Mm-hmm.
It's anyway, I could go on forever, but yeah, I'm stoked.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
Um.
I think
Wait.
all the things I'm excited for. I mean, it's just a general thing, and then you go back to the next game. But all the things I'm excited for here are like ports and collections. But like, I don't think that's a bad thing, to be honest.
This is like one of the
Yeah.
first times I've ever like felt like hell yeah, and it's just like as you said, ports and collections. And I guess the main thing that separates is just these are games that we haven't been able to play in a while. There has not
Yeah.
been a Worms Armageddon re-release ever. It's just been DOS version or whatever. And same with the Fighting Collection too.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of ports and collections, Yakuza Kiwami, the closer.
Yeah.
This is a funny announcement to me for a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
Number one, Sega was insistent that this would never happen. Because the Nintendo Switch is for babies and Yakuza is a
True.
mature game.
True.
It's funny because it's not Yakuza 0.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm very upset about that.
Yeah.
So did you see? I did you see the reasoning behind it? They didn't say, but it seems pretty obvious.
I'm pretty sure.
It's coming out the same day as the show,
That's a cool
I get it.
crossover, though.
I get it.
and the show is based off of Yakuza 1.
Yeah.
So they made the decision. Okay, let's do the thing that ties in best with the show, right?
Yeah.
I was kind of surprised to see Yakuza come to Switch though.
Isn't it only like $15 too? This is really
It's
cheap.
$20.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
But that's a
But-
really good price. That's a
Very
really
much.
good price.
If
for
I
huge
remember
games.
correctly, I believe there's a couple Nintendo fans, not saying in the pipeline, but in general, that are like, if they say it's for babies, I'm not gonna buy it. Well, it's here. Put your money where your mouth is. Buy it.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I
I've seen a couple people being like, you know what? I've been waiting for this to hit Switch, and I'm gonna buy it now. Which I think is gonna be a fair amount of people. I think a lot of people have wanted to play this on Switch for so long. This has been a dream
respect
port,
it.
weirdly enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
it's-
played through
it's
the
the
full
kinda-
games on Steam Deck, and it is just it's. I hate. It would be great for Switch, but it's great for a portable.
It's a
is.
cool series to have portably because there's so
Very
many
much
mini
so.
games. There's so many like side quests.
Yes.
So like, if you just want to pick it up for a few minutes and do a small thing, or put it on your TV and do like a bunch of like the story missions.
as I looked into the details of Yakuza Kiwami, I was relieved that the arcade does not have in that version doesn't have like Spike Out or whatever else that I would want to buy the game for. But it's funny because at least to me, from the outside looking in, and people will hate me for this, but Yakuza to me is like, what if Shenmue was good?
Yeah. No. I mean.
I kind of heard
Yeah.
before. I've heard
Yeah.
that before.
Yeah.
I don't want. I mean, let's say what if Shenmue was fun, not good.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's say what if Shenmue was fun. That's what
No.
Yakuza is to me.
But that whole announcement, I was like, oh, cool. They're starting with Yakuza Kiwami, and then they're gonna announce like, 2 or 3
All of them
or
in a
like
row,
0,
and there's, like,
and
no,
all of a
that's
sudden
it.
it was like, and that was it, and I was like, oh, okay.
I really think they should have bundled in 0. I mean, if you're selling it for $20, I get it, but just
Yeah. Well, I
You
thought they
could have
would've-
easily made a
Zero.
$40 collection of Zero and Kiwami, and it would have sold just as well, if not better.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hope this is another test and they actually pass this one and are like, oh, like when the next Switches come out, let's just shove every Yakuza on there in like a collection or something.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I hope that it does well, so that way we get more. Because if Zero comes, I will get Zero on Switch.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise you that. Yeah, and so this is the list of franchises not on Switch dwindles every day.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, there was that, it was like, what, 2017, early 2018, it was like, whoa, and it was like, the home screen with like Skyrim, Doom, and like something else or whatever. It was like holy crap, and now it's like 7 years later, and it's even more insane.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about Worms?
Yes. Can
Let's
we
talk
talk
about
about
Worms.
Can we
Let's
talk
talk about
about Worms?
Worms.
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
So this is Worms Armageddon has been on console before, but
I have the PS1 version.
the good version of Worms Armageddon has never been on console. It's always been a kind of cut down version of the PC version. Like some of the physics are worse. There's less like stuff overall. So this seems to be the entire thing. Like the full on PC version. With go on.
I was just gonna say I really wish they didn't put this in the sizzle reel and gave it its own segment, because the sizzle reel did not show like because you're like, oh, Worms Armageddon Anniversary Edition, okay, cool, it's a re-release of Worms Armageddon.
Yeah,
but there's like a lot going on in this re-release.
It's a digital streams game, same as the Tetris Collection.
Yeah, it's a Digital Eclipse has the
Eclipse,
interactive. Yeah, they have the interactive documentary for the entire series, and it includes the Game Boy Color version, which is like
so funny.
Which is specifically
that.
a Nintendo thing, so it's very weird that was not highlighted at the Nintendo presentation. But
yeah, the Game Boy Color game is in there, and then just like obviously controller support for the consoles, which it does not have controller support on the computer.
Yeah.
There's also online, but it's only on the platform, which is fine.
Yeah, I think it's not crossplay, so
no crossplay.
But
it's
still really cool. And like that game. So I had the PS1 version of this stupid ass game, and I say that with love, because it's so funny. That game is just I don't even know how I ended up with it, why I ended up with it. Maybe it was like, I don't know, but I didn't even play it with anybody else. I just mostly played by myself, and I was hooked on that stupid ass game.
So I got like a bargain bin copy of the Worms triple pack when I was a kid, which was a nice thick CD case with 3 different discs in it.
Yeah.
Which is Worms 2, Worms Armageddon, and Worms World Party, which are not that different of games.
Yeah, I had World Party as well.
But that's Armageddon is the one that kind of became the most well supported, the most beloved one, even though they're all pretty similar. But I loved it from a young age. I love the music and the style, and they're just really fun little artillery games that are kind of endlessly replayable. So bringing that to a new platform, I'll probably grab it on. If it doesn't come to the computer, I'll probably grab it on Switch, mostly just to see the museum stuff. But it looks just very. I love that game. 25. It's amazing that the game is 25 years old, because I don't know, those games hold up so well.
I think I felt a few more gray hairs sprout.
Can we go from that to the other Digital Eclipse game? I think that would be appropriate.
Which would be which one?
Tetris
Forever.
Yeah.
So this is a collection of a whole bunch of Tetris games, right? Like the Famicom Tetris, Tetris 2.
Yep.
Tetris Battle Gaiden.
Battle Gaiden, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the same. There's going to be like the nice. I guess Digital Eclipse is kind of known for these timelines at this point.
Yeah, they do the interactive
like doing these history
documentary
timeline things. They made the Atari 50 collection.
Yeah, and they did it with the making of Karateka. I'm just gonna say it as Karateka.
The Jeff Bauer one?
Jeff Minter.
Minter Bauer?
Yeah, that one as well.
Jeffy.
Minter. And yeah, I am so stoked.
Yeah, just it's Tetris. I love Tetris. It's a bunch of different Tetris games, some of which are normal ones and some of which are weird ones. And do you want to tell us about the cool new online mode?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, actually, is it online? Did they say
it's the multiplayer mode.
Okay.
I don't know if it's online, but it's multiplayer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the gimmick, not non-derogatory, gimmicky one.
Yeah. Tetris Time
Tetris
Warp,
Time Warp.
Yes.
where it jumps between all the different Tetris styles, which I think is a really cute way to celebrate Tetris's 40th anniversary, which is crazy. And I mean, they announced 9 games so far. That's not necessarily all of them, but
Oh,
that's
is
what
there going to be more?
they
Oh, wait.
did.
Tetris Forever compiles more than 15 titles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, how many was in that
They showed 9.
title reel? 9?
They only showed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Ooh.
So there's more.
I
Or
was
actually,
gonna
it might
say,
have
I was
been.
really hopeful. I keep forgetting the name. The really hardcore nerdy one that they sometimes show off in GDQ.
Oh,
Grandmaster?
Yes, sorry,
Grandmaster,
keep
yeah.
forgetting that. I would love an opportunity to play that. I'm not that nearly that good at Tetris, but
Well, they do
If-
have that version on the eShop.
do they really?
They have one Grandmaster 1 and 2 are part of
Yeah.
the Arcade
You can
Archives.
just buy those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But
I didn't
yes,
realize it had more games. I thought that was
Yeah.
all the games in there.
Same.
Wow.
yeah. I wish they made that clearer. But whenever they
Yeah.
announce one of these collections, these digital Eclipse projects, they always announce like a set of games first, and then there's usually more later. So I just assume that there would be more
Do they
later.
own Tetrasphere?
That's a
Could
Good
Tetrasphere be on there? I know Wetris can't, but it should be
Yeah.
anyway.
I don't know. That stuff is all muddy to me. What I'm
Oh,
hoping is that
it's
they
so-
include the original PC version
Mm,
of
that would be
Tetris,
cool.
the
That would make sense.
text-based Tetris in there. You can see it briefly in one of the interview clips. But like this game and like Atari 50, which is also getting an expansion this year, and their other ones are just such a great celebrations of gaming and gaming history, and I love it. I want more of these.
Yeah, this is the way to do
Yeah,
like
it's like
re-releases.
yeah,
It's so lovingly done and just
yeah,
great to see.
and and I mean, God, I'm so excited. So excited. That was the opener, and I was like, "Let's go, baby!" And it is
Oh.
on a side note, it is very comical how many different ways there are to play Tetris on Switch.
Oh yeah.
And we're getting another, because the other part of the announcement is that NES Tetris is coming to Switch Online in the winter. Which is neat, because a friend of mine recently played NES Tetris for the first time. They had a booth at Gamescom, and he's really wanting to play it, so I'm looking forward to playing it online with him.
Oh, Clay, before I go on, I have a quote from the Digital Eclipse website. It says, on the Tetris thing, see where it all began in 1984 with an accurate recreation of the first version of Tetris on the
What?
Electronica 60 computer. So
That's very
Go,
cool.
baby!
That's super cool.
That's what I want, baby. Give it to me, inject it into my veins. And inject that Tetris 99 Maximus Cup celebration event too, because
Yeah.
I will
That's
always
cool. I want to check that one out.
take more excuses to play that game. I want Tetris directly inserted into my you know what. Moving on.
Anyone excited for the Castlevania Dominus collection? Which
I bought that shit
Yes.
as soon as I heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
It is really good. A really, really well done remastered collection.
So
High quality animations, or like the animated intros are all HD-ified.
ooh.
I'm pretty sure all the audio's remastered a little
I think they
bit.
did that for the advanced collection, so I would be
Okay.
surprised if it wasn't the case here.
Rewind is confirmed for it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's these are the Castlevania games I by far have the most nostalgia for, along with Area of Sorrow. But
Mhm.
this is my bread and butter Castlevania right here, and it's so good. Beat deck.
I have all 3 of the games on DS, so I'm not super interested in the collection itself. However, there is a new version of Haunted Castle Revisited, by M2, which is basically like if they got to do another Castlevania Rebirth game, and that I want injected
It's
directly
such an
into
awesome
my veins.
addition to a Nintendo DS collection.
Yeah, because like the,
Yeah.
Unexpected, but
the
awesome.
GBA collection, they just put Dracula X there and called it a life. But this is like, because Haunted Castle was released in the Konami Arcade Classics collection, I believe, as well, or one of those collections. I don't know if it was the Castlevania one or the Arcade Classics collection, but so it's interesting to see it also included here. But the big thing is the revisit, which looks really, really, really freaking cool. I want that.
I haven't played any of these games, so I'm actually excited to play them for the first time. I haven't gotten yet. I'm gonna get it eventually, but
They're
yeah,
definitely really good.
Mhm.
yeah.
They hold up so well.
Yeah.
These are the better Egomanias, right, compared to the advanced games.
I
At
still
least what
think
I've heard.
Aria of
I
Sorrow
think Area of
is
Sorrow is the
the
best Castlevania game.
Sure.
or Order of Ecclesia, but the DS one as a trilogy, as compared to like the 3D, they're so consistent in how good they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool games.
And then you get Jonathan, Charlotte, Jonathan, Charlotte. But this is another collection that, just like the GBA collection before it, you know, you have it has the same structure of like dev materials. It has the music player for all of them. I think there's like, they said there's like a never before seen concept art, but there's also like design docs and other stuff
Ooh.
in there. So it's like, again, just another example of a really, I think, high value. I mean, it's $25. It's a really high value collection with a bunch of really neat extras that kind of just respects the history of those games. So I'm really excited to see it, you know, to see it here.
I don't think we unfortunately James isn't here, so we can't talk about some of these Weeb games. But um, Trails in the Sky, the first, I think it's called, or whatever.
Oh yeah.
That one got a huge pop off online. Actually, I saw. Because
Yeah.
it's a remake of the original game.
Oh, that's cool.
And it just looks completely different, and it's like, holy moly, they're remaking this game, and it's accessible on the Switch and stuff, and yeah, people are really excited for that. I think this is where the Trails series starts. I could be wrong on that,
Or
but
yes, it was the
have no
first. I think so. I remember. I don't remember how the hell I played it like when it first came out on PC forever ago, but I did. But yeah, this is like the first one, and I remember for I guess like 15 years, I'm like, oh, when that comes back on Steam or something, yeah, I'll buy it there. And they just remade it instead, so I guess that's good. Actually, I think
yeah,
it is on Steam, but I'm just procrastinating on it, I guess.
The
I do wanna try
now
it.
they're remaking it, so you may as
Hell
well
yeah.
play the remake.
the other game that
What?
really stood out to me was Star
My Sims.
Overdrive. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Star Overdrive, which is
Well,
I
I'll wait
agree.
my turn.
yeah, the 3D open, and again, it's a lot of flying around, so naturally I'm gonna like it. You have a hoverboard, which you also use to beat the
Ooh.
crap out of things. There's some like puzzle elements and stuff too, so it's not all just like flying around, but it's something that I'm curious to see more of, I guess was gonna be how I put it for right now.
It looks really
Yeah.
good. I know it's coming to. It says timed exclusive. I assume it means timed console exclusive, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure because it's also coming to Steam. The
Yeah.
hoverboarding looks fun. I don't remember the combat quite as well, but the hoverboarding around the open world looks quite fun.
Yeah,
Does
I
look
agree.
Good
That's
stuff.
cool.
But more importantly, there's a new character in Star Wars Hunters. His name is Pillbrush, the explosive Ewok. And I'm sure we're all excited about that. I know we're all like ranked like
No, we're
50.
talking about My Sims. No, I'm
Oh,
taking
okay.
over. Okay.
All right, here we
Fucking
go.
My Sims, dude. Hell yeah. This is like I don't remember it, but I remember loving it. So that's what matters. I think it kind of sort of like played like Animal Crossing, but not really. I only say that because of the camera perspective, and that's basically it. But like I got to fuck around and make furniture for weirdos.
Yeah,
It kind of had the same vibe of like, I don't know if any of you played those GBA DS era single player Sims games, but most of them did not play like The Sims. They were like weird.
yeah.
Fuck, it's almost like an anti RPG ass RPG, and not in a good way, not like Moon or whatever, but like just single player adventures, kind of, sorta.
Yeah, my sister
And
played a lot of Sims 2 DS, which is very much like that, and it's so bizarre.
I might have shared this on a podcast forever ago, but my introduction to the DS was Ping Pals and the Herbs
Yes.
Sims. So I played a lot of the Herb Sims instead of Ping Pals.
What, you didn't like the one music track in Pink Pals?
I did PictoChat, but you pay for it. I had nothing, no one to play with.
It was PictoChat for rich people.
Yeah, I didn't. That's all they had. Anyway, but my Sims, I had fond memories, even though it didn't really hit me like that. I'm hopeful they remaster the other ones. I just learned there is a Top Gun ass dogfighting spin-off of my Sims that I want to play. So hopefully we all go out there and support this with our hard-earned money so we can get my Sims Top Gun edition again.
I do like that,
All
you know,
hard
that the My Sims thing leaked, and we're like, oh, okay, My Sims, but then they were like, actually, it's 2 of them. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool.
I mean, $40 for 2 of those games seems like a good deal if you want more lighthearted, somewhat Animal Crossing adjacent Switch games.
If you want to make furniture for weirdos.
Yeah, why not?
I'm upset they called these games retro though. Maybe they are retro, but they did in the
funny.
they called them retro.
Yeah,
They retro. They are.
Do you like that it's called the Cozy Bundle?
The My Sims Cozy
weird.
Bundle.
Yeah. It's
I mean, it is.
Yeah, it is.
But it just feels wrong
Kind of.
putting the search keyword right in the title like that.
They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
Stalker.
You know what?
Stalker. I was waiting.
They're putting
Another
the Stalker
Weeb.
games on the
What's
Switch.
about another Weeb game?
Yeah.
Atelier Yumia. I'm not intrigued in this because this is the first new Atelier with the new protagonist, I think, since Ryza, which came out like forever ago now.
This is the game with the thighs, right?
Yeah.
This is the game with the thighs.
Okay.
I have a conspiracy theory about this game.
Okay.
Okay, I agree too.
I strongly believe this is a Switch 2 launch game. Strongly, passionately believe this is a Switch 2 launch game.
Did it not say a console?
It did Switch. It's going to Switch for sure. But I don't know. I don't know why I believe this. I just decided that I do.
Is this another like, wow, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle 2 looks
the footage looks too good for
good.
Switch. That was definitely Switch footage. Don't get me wrong. I just I just think that Koei Tecmo will jump on the Switch 2 as soon as they can, and it just seems like that's a good a new Atelier series is a good way to start the Switch 2 support.
I mean, it looks like a game that could look better than the footage they're showing.
Yeah.
Like, the assets they have could be higher resolution, and they probably have higher resolution versions ready to go.
So this is I have no basis for it, but believe this Switch 2 early 2025. This confirms it, okay?
Yeah.
Interesting.
But that's cool and all, but what if you could play all 3 Stalker games on your Nintendo Switch?
Oh, hot dog. Boy, does that sound like a good deal.
I didn't even think the Switch had enough buttons for that, but...
So do the Stalker games hold up?
Yeah.
Yes, they are so fucking good.
They're very
There's
unique.
nothing like it. Like, the closest comparison is Metro, but not. Metro's so much more like Half-Life. This is like one of the best survival games ever. Personally, I think it's one of the best survival, better at least, because I hate meter management, and this is more like, at least for Pripyat more than anything else, you're managing your time. Pripyat is the third one.
Semi-open world games. Like,
yes.
You're in like these... there's a lot of factions at play. There's a lot of things going on.
It's very dynamic. Like Muffin said, there's a lot of things going on that I personally have me thinking, boy, running on Switch, okay, sure, buddy. But hey, if I'm wrong, I love to see it working on Switch. That is actually crazy. That probably would have. That's one of the. It's crazy. Like a little over a year ago, this was a PC only franchise that, like, I was gaslighting myself into believing Stalker 2 is real, but I don't. It's just I'm tripping over myself. I'm just very happy that people had the opportunity to play these games.
Oh yeah.
And that's November. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legends of the Zone trilogy.
Yeah.
So that should be 40 on its own. You can get them individually, I'd imagine.
Cool.
The first one, the third one are great. Clear Sky exists.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's just
It's there.
the numbers. It's there.
Yeah.
Personally, if I were the third one's great. They're all kind of self-contained stories, technically in the part of their own trilogy, but not really. But yeah, it's a vibe. It's just such a good vibe. It's great Eurojank. Yeah. Game good.
Yeah. Definitely much more interested in something like that than ever seeing Funko Fusion again in my life.
I looked away while
True.
Funko Fusion was on, so I actually didn't notice it.
Yeah. Did anyone try the Epic Mickey demo, by the way? Oh.
Why is that game $60? Please explain to me why.
Why?
Great question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's crazy. I'll buy the game when it's $5.
It's at least a remake, I guess, but
Is it?
it is.
$60 is crazy.
It's not a remaster, but I mean, I think they definitely feel that they can charge that price, and I don't necessarily
Disney tax.
disagree that they can either.
It's like the Disney tax and then some.
Yeah, would have been very attractive for like 40.
Yeah.
And then if you look at Rune Factory,
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up. It
Yeah.
looks so much better, like more appealing visually than Rune Factory 5, which kind of looks like a blurry mess. This
Yeah, I
one
thought it
looks
looked
pretty
really nice.
appealing. Like very clean visuals.
I also like it. I like the concept of this one. You're an Earth dancer. You're whatever that means.
It's like, I love this concept. I don't know what it means.
As an earth dancer, you use the power of dance, sacred treasures, and fresh weapons like the bow and talisman to purify the land, your farms, and undo the blight's damage.
Okay, see?
From the
I like watering my
page.
plants with a magic umbrella.
But yeah, it looks cool. It's a cool little concept for Rune Factory. It's the
Yeah.
spin-off of Rune Factory.
I've always wanted to get into that series, and I was kind of always waiting for like the perfect entry. We'll see if this is that.
If this one runs good on Switch, I think I'll get it.
This one looks really appealing. Like Rune Factory 5, I liked that it was 3D, but something about it is just.
it looks
kinda
like a Wii U
ugly.
game. I don't know what I mean by that, but I had the Wii U, okay, but it looks like a Wii U game. Not graphically, just it's like Mario Tennis.
Something about those textures are gnarly.
Yeah.
Look at this cave texture. Bull. Yeah.
I'm really hopeful 6 is good. I actually have not seen the trailer yet.
This is not
but
6 though, right? I think this is separate from 6. Question mark?
Or they're just moving away from numbers. I'm not sure.
Or maybe they're just moving away from them. I don't know. I'm a little confused as to what.
Zuma.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if this was 6 or if this was like a spin-off kind of deal.
oh, this looks so much better.
It calls it Rune Factory Reimagined, so I don't know. But
Yeah,
Is it still Harvest Moon related? Is this just fully its own thing? Because I mean, I know Harvest Moon is not.
No, so
Harvest
Rune
Moon
Factory
anymore.
has always been its own thing. Story
It
of
used
Seasons
to have.
is like the one that you might be thinking of, but Rune
Mhm.
Factory's always kind of been like its own thing, where it's like it's half JRPG, half RPG, half.
I just remember I had like I think the first or the second on the DS and the fourth on the 3DS. I just could have sworn there was like a Harvest Moon : Rune Factory.
Oh, did they
Maybe
originally
back in the
have that?
day.
I think there's some lineage there, but I don't know
Yeah.
what exact. I couldn't tell you exactly.
It was
what.
basically billed
The
as like a
Yeah, the
fantasy
first one was
Harvest Moon.
called Root Factory: A Fantasy Harvest Moon.
That's the one I
Yeah.
had. Okay.
Which, to be clear, would be Story of Seasons now. Story of
Yes.
Seasons is what Harvest Moon is.
This
That's
is
all
kind of
confusing.
this is
but
why I stick with Stardew Valley. I know what that is.
so true.
That game looks cool.
I'm into it, and it's
Switch
coming out
to
soon,
launch,
spring
right?
2025. Not too bad.
So like a
Um,
Switch 2 launch game.
so she launch game.
What you looking?
Anyway, any last thoughts before we close off?
Did we know the release date of Dragon Quest 3 before this, or
Yes,
okay?
that was in the June direct. I
They
believe.
didn't really show anything new with that, but
No, that
it's,
was.
it's coming.
They showed the Monster Wrangler vocation.
Yeah, and the customization thing, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, and the customization. Yeah.
Was there anything new and cool about Metal Slug Tactics? I know
that
that
was
was shown.
It was
off.
in the sizzle reel.
Yeah. So.
Ah,
Yeah.
And it got a tentative date of fall 2024.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Lego Horizon still looks cool. I'll just say that.
Sure.
I'll just say that.
Sure.
I'm morally opposed to the Horizon franchise.
I probably will not play it, but it looks cool.
A lot of
I
people
am
are shitting
interested.
on that Lord of the Rings game, but I don't know. It looks kind of cute. The Lord of the Rings Stardew Valley game.
Tales of the
Tales of the
Shire.
Shire.
It's sort of ugly, but I want to be a little Hobbit. I hope it's good. I don't know if it will be good.
Well,
but
I hope it's better than Gollum for your sake.
I don't think it can be worse than Gollum.
I believe. I have faith.
Yeah. So
That it could be worse than Gollum. That's
Yeah,
real.
exactly.
We'll see. I'm not like I don't have like high hopes for it, but we'll see.
Oh, it looks fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we're in this slop era of the IP, and I'm sure we're gonna get some cool stuff out of it. True. But no, it looks fine. Harmless, not. It's like
Not
like
offensive.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll be honest though. Nothing else in this list is interesting to me.
Can we
I could
talk
talk more about
about?
Stalker.
Can we talk about the whatever that title they chose for the Suikoden 1 and 2 remaster?
It's crazy.
Suikoden
Suikoden
1
1
and
and
2
2
Suikoden 1 and
HD
2.
remaster, Gate Rune, and Dunen Unification Wars.
Oh, I got a wish list this just for the title.
What a
alone.
great name for a video game.
I hear Suikoden's great though, so
Yeah.
I'm intrigued by it.
I know people have been looking forward to this, and they were like, I think we were just talking the other day. It was like the last time anything was said about it was like 2023 or something. So it's
Yeah,
kind
I
of
think
funny
this
to
game
see
like
it.
disappeared for a year, but
Yeah.
it's finally kind of
And
shown
now
up
it's
again.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends who are super into Suikoden, and the original games are very expensive. So, it's nice to see that finally coming along.
I think so. This
Yeah.
I would say to like we said earlier, a lot of it is ports and collections, right? But I don't think that's a bad thing, especially
don't.
because like it's like you know, I do think there's still merit even in 2024 of I get to play X game but portably, you know,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
or I get to play X game but like on a modern system without having to emulate it or pay $3,000 for a copy, you know.
Yeah.
We're just in the era of games where, like, obviously, like, we're not at a graphics standstill, but we're not getting like these like amazing upgrades each time. So I think we're kind of like, and like indie games have kind of like leveled the field of like getting people like used to pixel art again and old graphics. So like when someone re-releases an old game, is it really that different from like an indie game these days, or like just like a smaller title? So I think they're really willing to play these old games. Big games cost a lot of money, so like the new Street Fighter is going to take forever. So why not release these cool collections? I don't know. It just works out really well for everybody, I feel like.
I think it's just nice to have the convenience of titles that were previously scattered across multiple platforms or arcade only or whatever, released on current platforms, whether it's Switch or if you grab the the Marvel collection on PS4 or on Steam or whatever.
Yeah.
And
assuming, and we have to assume that Switch 1 games will most likely work on Switch 2. So like,
yeah,
you can really have just such an amazing library of games on your Switch that span like every generation of video games.
Plus, do
Oh,
you
yeah.
really need like a new big Switch game to come out when we got Pillbush the Explosive Ewok? Like,
I know it's
True.
so much on my plate.
Season 3 of Star Wars Hunters is going to turn things around.
I am telling you,
Dude.
it is worth checking out. I have not played it. I am just making assumptions, but it is worth it.
I know nothing about Star Wars Hunters, but I know we all need to play it,
We
and this Ewok
absolutely do.
is gonna like blow up the meta.
And I am doomed in general on games. Like, this is just like filling out even more that I don't need filled out, essentially, because like we have big first party stuff coming up soon with Zelda, especially next month, and
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff. And I think Nintendo's publishing Fitness Boxing 3 again, so there's your December game.
Oh,
But yeah, so in the meantime, it's like, okay, cool. And then like you got Marvel vs. Capcom either next month or November, depending on what variety of it. And like a lot of these stuff and these collections they showed today are actually in 2025. So it's like, you know, it's pushing stuff into next year as well.
which we're taking as a hint, you know.
Yeah. Well, but I mean, it's just, you know, you see the lineup that is starting to build for the future. And I mean, like, I think everyone thought today, and well, at least I thought, I'll speak for myself, I thought like Sonic and Shadow would show up in the partner showcase. It didn't.
Yeah, that does seem like
You
something
know,
that should have
so
been
there's
here.
like there's other stuff that's coming out soon-ish. I mean, there's even stuff that came out like I think tomorrow is when the Shadows of the Ninja remake is coming out. Like there's like random stuff happening like basically like every week for the next forever. So I'm doomed.
Yeah, September is like UFO 50 games. There's not even 50
Yeah.
days in a month.
UFO 50. I forgot that's
I
next
keep
month.
forgetting that is happening next month. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Is
like
it early September or late September? That's 18.
I think it's late.
That's pretty soon.
Well, that's kind of middle.
but
Yeah.
it's like yeah, so you have, and I mean, if you like RPGs, you're obviously set. If you like fighting games, you're obviously set. If you like platformers, I still think you're very set, especially with, you know, Pizza Tower coming, and like, you know, there's the Patrick Star thing, I guess, if you're into that. But like there's a lot of genres represented here, which is nice. And I wish more of them were RPGs, because then I'd be interested in less of them. So
But
yeah,
pretty solid there. What would you all rate it if you had to
So,
give it a letter score?
the indie showcase, I'd probably give a 2.5, but the partner showcase I would give a 4
out of
out of 5.
Out of 5?
Sorry,
oh,
yeah.
okay. I was like,
I'd give it has Stalker. It's a 10 out of 10. It has Stalker.
true.
Yeah, that's fair.
It has worms.
Actually, no, it's an 11 out of 10. It has Worms and Capcom versus SNK 2.
That's right, baby.
It was. I mean, that was probably the best partner showcase.
Yes.
For me personally.
There was another part. I think the last partner showcase that they had, which was the one that was no Marvel vs. Capcom was in a proper direct, right? I can't remember.
Yeah, Marvel's Capcom was in the June direct.
I don't really care what they call these things. I just know that video games will be there, and they'll probably be something I like. And for me, there was a lot of stuff that I liked here. So for me, it's probably like a solid B. I'm just going to use the letter grades. The combined presentations, I would say, are solid B, B plus.
Yeah, I think that's fair
for me.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for listening, everyone. Thank you, Noise, for joining us.
No. You didn't rate it. You didn't rate.
Oh, I didn't rate it. Oh my god, how embarrassing!
Yeah, how dare you?
I would give it a solid B, B plus, like Clay. Yeah, it was solid. I would say. Yeah.
I know. We want to close this out, but I have one final question.
Oh yeah, go for
it. August Direct. What does that mean?
Oh yeah, what does that mean? I have been wondering.
It's so weird that they did this as like a double. I mean, obviously there's speculation as to why, but this is the first time they've ever doubled up
Yeah,
Um,
and I don't think
I'm
these
staking
have
my
ever been an
claim.
August direct before.
Switch 2 in September. Mark it down.
Switch 2 in September. Market down.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's, if not September, then like early October or something, because it feels they've never doubled up a presentation
Yeah,
like
and
this
I don't think
before.
they've ever done an August direct.
It feels like
Um,
they're getting stuff out of the way.
They've
That
done
makes sense.
Indie
Yeah.
Worlds in August because PAX
Okay.
is next week, this
That
coming
makes sense.
weekend, and not every time, but oftentimes you'll have an indie direct right before PAX. But and I mean, again, at PAX they are going to be having Zelda and Mario Party there with some of their bigger titles. So it's like, yeah, it does feel like they're kind of, I guess, for lack of a better expression, yeah, getting some stuff out of the way, giving it its proper beat, before they move into, potentially some of the Switch 2 stuff coming up. So who knows with that? I'll probably die for that too because I already have too many video games, but here we are. We all will die. Then we'll do an episode when that happens too.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Thank you.
We can wrap it up.
Yep.
Thank you for listening. Clay, you want to give all the plugs
Sure.
and all that?
First off, thanks Mina for special guest hosting. Thank you Noise for being here as our other special guest. We have the Discord server, which I believe is still, I don't know if the invites are reopened on, I forget. It's like discord.gg/Nintendo Pipeline or something like that.
I think it's. Keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a Discord, you all know already.
Yeah.
We do have the blog, which is in a state of necrosis.
It's discord.gg/Pioro fan club. I don't know
Puro
when we
fan
did
club.
that.
That's
but-
right. Right. Yeah, this is the official Puro fan club.
But
and
not the
I guess-
leaker Pioro.
No, he's
the
dead.
The character Pioro.
Yeah, he's dead. The leaker Puro is officially a rip. But yeah. Come by the Discord, talk with us about Nintendo stuff and everything in between.
Tell us about the articles you want to write for our dead blog.
For our dead blog, yeah, which is nintendopipeline.wordpress.com. If anyone cares to revisit, a dead
It's maybe
blog,
coming back someday. Who knows?
maybe, who knows? But besides that, we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Peace.